Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this Digimon UP video. So in this Digimon UP video, we're going to give our most honest review about this game, having spent our past week deep diving into the game, playing every single game mode, as well as pushing our account from the early game to the end game. So before we start, just a disclaimer, just to showcase like my current progression. So we actually spent the past 1 week grinding our level up. So we are currently at Tamer level 119, and we are also at 2 Mega level Digimon on Mega Gargomon as well as Gallantmon right here. So the main goal of this game is to just develop your account and digivolve all your partner Digimons, empower your stat lines, and then use all these stat lines to participate in the various game modes. So generally speaking, I think the good about this game is that it's a very straightforward game where there's honestly, I'll say like, the best analogy I can say for this part is if you have a hand and you're able to see whatever is on the red dot or even the red exclamation mark, you should be able to play this game, because all you do in most parts is to just click the various dungeons to do your farming, right? And then you click all the different power-ups, if there's any, level up your partner Digimon, level up your skill cards, and then you can auto-select or choose your best combo, and then that's pretty much it, right? So there are a whole bunch of obviously development game modes like all the dojos to farm for additional resources, as well as all these various mini games. But generally, the gameplay of this game is just about getting more stats, empowering your account and your units as a whole, and then just pushing through contents. So the AFK stage portion of this is just you pushing through this Digimon map over here from the start, which is at Green Shade, all the way to the end of the kernel area. So right now we are on our second cycle, indicated by the 1. So once you complete 1 round, you'll get this 1 over here. And then if you complete the second round, you'll get the 2, so on and so forth. So this is like your unlimited loop in terms of progression. So this is definitely, I'll say like okay idle game. So one of the good things about this game as a whole is, having played AFK Journey myself for over 2 years, I think this game as an idle AFK game is a passable product. It is a game where you can really play it as a side game, let it run in the background, and then play other games or do other stuff while you run through this game's progression as a whole. So this is something which I think if you're someone who appreciates Digimon and you want to just play a game in your fragments of time to just kill some time or even just enjoy your Digivolutions of your Digimon as a whole, I think it is an okay game to play. Like you can just leave this in the background, right? Run through all the 2 times acceleration, press all the different dungeons on a day-to-day basis, and then just let your Digimon become stronger over time. So this is one of the strengths that this game has in terms of the idle portion. So the next good thing, and also the last good thing that I have to say about this game, is the ability to relive your 90s Digi-Tamer experience. So this game features the partner Digimon from Season 1 all the way to Season 3. So being a Season 3 fan right here, I actually developed the Gilmon line as well as the Terramon line. Currently, I'm working on the Renamon line. I'm not sure how long more I'll play this game, but generally, as a game to relive my experience, to grow my partners, digivolve them, and then make them stronger over time, I think this game does the job for that. You can also see like other Digi characters in the form of the partner Digimons, the enemy Digimons, or even like support Digimons as a whole. So that's that. That's another good thing, but that's pretty much it. And the reason why I say that's like the only good thing is because everything else is just terrible. So yes, you do get to see all this partner Digimon, which I think has the higher quality sprites, but most of the other Digimons in this game, their appearance comes in a form of the support mons right here, as you guys can see, which you don't actually even interact with, because you just put them and then they will just give you a series of buffs in the battle and also a series of passive buffs right here. So you don't actually even grow all this, because you just get them from the gacha system and you just put them on the team to give you additional power-ups. So that's one, right? The other Digimon collection factor comes from the enemy mons, which you guys see right here, all these different Digimons that we are fighting. They are basically the ones that will appear in the encyclopedia. So by default, the only Digimon that you are actively developing is the partner Digimon. The rest of the other Digimons are just, I'll say, supplementary parts to make your stat line in the game grow stronger. Like you don't even get to develop the Bodymon, not even the SP one. All you do is just get duplicates of them, and then you increase their stat lines to get better effects as a whole. So that's the problem, because like other than the Digimon factor, the Digicard factor or the skill card factor is also terrible. In a sense, if you take a look at the artwork quality, like I don't think this is artwork quality of a big IP right here. So this game isn't even like a full screen game. This is just like a mobile game as a whole, and you can see that the artwork is not even in the HD side. So that's one thing which I think is really bad, because as a big IP and also a IP with a lot of history, with a lot of artwork, I think it is definitely not a hard job to get a high quality artwork as compared to this one. So that's another thing. Like this is just terrible artwork as a whole. Feels like they just took all the different JPEGs they have and then just put it together and then didn't bother to make it high definition. So that's another problem. And obviously you have no controls over all these skill cards. You don't actually get to activate it. All you do is put 5 of them in your slots, and then they will just do their in-battle stuff right here, as you guys can see. You have no control over all your support mons, your body mons, as well as your SP mon, because all you do with them is to put them in your team and then have them do all this auto attack stuff. So not a lot of developing in this game, except for the development of the partner mon as you see them digivolve. And the other thing which I think is a major turn off for this game is the sheer amount of ads. Like you guys can see all these different I'll say like ad buttons over here, right? We have ads here in your daily resource dungeons. You have ads in your level ups. You have ads in your speed ups, which I already consumed. And you have ads in your idle rewards, which I think is just stupid because it's idle rewards. And then you have ads in all the different game modes which require some sort of speed up right here. Which I think, having actually ran through this, the initial experience of watching this ad is okay. But the sheer number of ads right here means that you are pretty much going to spend quite a fair bit of time watching through them. And yes, you're able to run them in the background as you do other stuff, but in general, it's still going to be a huge waste of time just on the ads portion on a day-to-day basis. And this is one of the reasons why I'm thinking of quitting this game, because like I don't see a point in having to click on all this and then viewing all the ads just to save a bit of time, because I'm wasting more time at the end of the day. So that's another problem, the sheer amount of ads. Like there's even ads in this Digimeat growing thing. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys. Okay, it's so stupid because like it's everywhere. And the thing is, like, these are not game modes which you can skip, because this offers the power up for your account right here, right? So let's just finish all this, okay? So we have some spare time, and if you want more water can, watch some ads right here. So yeah, the ads is terrible. Obviously, you can just pay the ad skip pass over here, but honestly speaking, it's such a dumb idea. Like, I've played so many idle games and gacha games, and there are some games that I'll say it's super pay to win, but at the very least they don't gatekeep you or gatekeep resources behind the likes of the ads, and also force you to pay in order to skip the ad, like a YouTube Premium for example. So that's another thing which is a hard pass for me, and in fact for most people in my honest opinion. So the other thing which I think this game is terrible at, I think this is probably the reason why the developer didn't even dare to show his face when there was this Digimon review at the earlier stages before this game was initially released, is how unpolished this game is. Like, I'll talk about some problems which was in the game, right, when the game was first released, that they sort of fixed it now, but it was pretty bad for a new game. So some of the base game modes, like the PvP game mode, such as the Apocalypse Mon game mode, and also the network defense op right here, they had some major bugs which prevented you from playing them normally. So PvP in its first few days was pretty much unavailable, as you guys can see. Maintenance until TBD. So they didn't even announce that the maintenance was over. They just literally reactivated this button and, okay guys, you're free to play this stupid PvP game mode, which doesn't even require much controls right here. So there isn't even much controls. It's just a game mode where you feature your defense against the opponent defense, and there was a bug or a problem with this game mode for them to shut it down when this game was initially released. So that was problem number one. The Apocalypse War game mode is this one. So there was this issue where you can't actually enter this immediately. So usually if you click on attempt, you should actually go into this battle immediately, like this one right now. So they actually fixed it. But when this game mode was initially released, there was a massive wait time. I'm not sure, is it a server side issue or is it a design side issue, where you have to click on attempt, wait for a good 5 to 6 minutes or even 10 minutes just to come to this screen to do this auto battle right here. So I do not know what's the problem with that, but there was this problem. Okay, so all this are all written in a notice and they didn't even bother elaborating further. So these are all base problems that was in the game when the game was initially released, not even with a brand new patch or not even with a brand new season, where there tend to be bugs with the interactions between all the various buttons in general. So these are signs that this game was pretty much unpolished when it was initially released. And if you just take a look at how this designs, the idea is just stupid. Like, okay, fine, if you say this is a nostalgia game where you want all the like old folks who doesn't have that much time to play the game to spend in the game and then just unlock all their nostalgia factor itself, what is this? What I don't even know what the hell is this thing, right? Okay, I mean, this is Terramon's Digivolution, okay, but I don't know what is this as well. What has this got to do with Digimon? Like, what are all these art choices? Like, I don't get it. Like what is this WoW 7? You know, this could be maybe like a Digimon Tamer Digimon card, but on the nostalgia factor, there's nothing nostalgic about all this. So there are some Digimons which I recognize, right? Doraemon and Impon right here, but every other thing is just so stupid in terms of like the art choices, the art quality, as well as the base side in terms of like just having bugs in some of the basic features right here, that it shows me how unpolished this game is. And the next thing, which I think is definitely a big no-no for a Digimon game, is the inability to choose your Digivolution lines as a whole. So I think this game is definitely not for the hardcore Digimon fan, because one of the biggest draw factor for the Digimon as compared to the likes of Pokemon, for example, is the ability for your Digimon to evolve into different forms based off how you develop them. So that is one of the biggest draw factor for a Digimon game, for me at the very least. And like, I want to be able to see my Agumon evolve into Greymon, into Geo Greymon, or even other forms of Greymons as a whole, because that's the unique side. You can develop your partner into different forms based off the different stat lines and how you raise them. So this is something which is pretty much non-existent in this game, because everything is so linear. Everything is just about, you know, from the most basic end all the way to the higher rarity stuff for more power up. There isn't any form of choice. There isn't any form of, you know, changing the outcome based off how you develop your Digimon, which makes this definitely not a game which the hardcore fans would enjoy. So that's why there was a major backlash, because there is pretty much no choice. You pretty much click what was available and watch what was better. There isn't a choice to change the devolution line. There isn't a choice to change the combi of your teams. As long as you have a better stats, you use them. So that's with regards to this game. So last but not least, let's talk about monetization. So disclaimer, I'm someone who has a high tolerance for gacha game monetization as a whole, because I've played so many gacha games. I've seen the various monetization models across different gacha games, and generally for a AFK idle game as a whole, the gacha part or the spending part is the part where the game gives other players who has the capability to spend in their game more resources, so that they're able to power up their account faster, such that they have more stat lines and an edge over other players as a whole. So the idea of a gacha monetization, especially in this sort of idle games, is the ability to get more power quicker so that you have an edge over other people. So that is not something which I'm going to critique today. What I'm going to critique is the audacity for them to sell the feature unlock on features which should exist in this game for free. So if you want to sell me your Digi Diamond Pass, sure, you give me more premium currency, I pay a cost for it, perfectly fine. Right? If you want to sell me more resources, perfectly fine. For those of you guys who have the money, those of you guys who want to have the edge over other players, perfectly fine, right? But why are you selling ad skip feature when it's pretty much not a feature in every other game, right? Why would I want to watch ad when I can just delete this game? Why would I want to watch ad when I can play every other game out there? So this is stupid, number one. Stupid number two, battle acceleration. 2x feature is a free feature across multiple gacha games. So this is I don't know. Like they're selling you stuff. Like they're putting this stuff in the game and they're selling you for a cost when this thing should have been free. So another thing about this game is there's no skip feature in the resource farming. So there's a lot of other gacha games out there which has the skip battle feature where you can skip the battle by clicking a button and you're able to consume all your energy and farm it in one day. But guess what? You have to manually click on all this dungeon once, run through all the dungeons at least a few times, and then run through all the ads to fully farm all this. And they have the audacity to sell this shit right here. Like, I don't know. With regards to the premium currency portion, they have Digi Diamonds as well as Digi Emeralds. So the thing about this game is they are pretty generous with the Digi Emeralds, but there's a limited use in terms of where you can use your emeralds. So you can use it to buy all this resource on a daily basis. You can also buy all the weekly resource over here. You can also use Digi Emeralds to buy all the partner eggs so that you get more collection over here. And also the ability to do some summons on the buddy as well as SP support. But that's pretty much the positive thing about the Digi Emerald, because like every other part of the game doesn't use the Digi Emerald. So that's why you guys can see I have like over 100,000 Digi Emeralds right here, because I just don't find any use for it. So I think if you're a massive whale who spend a lot of money in the game, grinding out every age that you can find against other players, there could be a use for you to buy this part, but I don't know. I won't spend $100 on this one. And for the Digi Emerald, Digi Diamonds portion, this is where you get the premium currency for you to do more premium gacha pools right here. And also the ability to get additional speed ups with the use of this one. So the monetization as a whole, I think, is outrageous. And I don't know even if, I don't know if they actually plan on having this excessive Digi Emeralds right here. Like 100 over K for a free-to-play account is actually quite funny, because you don't actually see so much premium currency or currency which you can use to do your gachas being in excess. So that's the hilarious part. Like this just further shows you how unpolished this game is. Like they didn't even think about how to polish their monetization model to force people to spend money. So that's that. But as a whole, this game is a pretty pay-to-win heavy game with very little gameplay portion side of things, because everything about this game is just clicking onto like all the different buttons and then optimizing your account to get more stats or more advantage as a whole. There isn't too much of a combo ongoing for this game. There isn't too much of a positioning, not too much about, you know, the different combis of the cards to the unit specifically. So I don't know if there would be more contents about this game on my channel, but that's pretty much it for this review video. A very honest 1 week review about Digimon UP from somebody who wasted 1 week of his time on this shitty game right here. So we shall see if we get more contents for the channel, and that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my honest review about Digimon UP, and do remember to like and subscribe to see more. I will see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys!